All right, guys, I'm going to hand you over to Eric from Ride or Dive on YouTube. Check him out here.
You can take that one.
I want to talk to law enforcement officers.
All right. Hello, everyone. For those that didn't just follow from, we were just with Adventures with Purpose. East Liverpool. Hey, we were just there. That's what we're talking about, Lucas. Yesterday and the day before, we were in East Liverpool searching in the Ohio River. So we started looking for a Cadillac, or not looking, recovering a Cadillac. That took a while. It'll be an entertaining video. And then once we got the Cadillac recovered, we proceeded to continue searching for Chuck Fluharty. I apologize if I said that wrong. Hey, Ringo. I want to say thank you to Ringo. Ringo was there with us. He was an amazing help the entire time, helping us get all our gear ready and everything else. So as we continued searching, we went much further down the river than what anybody thought before. We probably went 5 to 10 miles further downriver. We were working with the original detective on the case, and we found some vehicles lined up in a row going down the river. So we stopped to search those vehicles. After searching those vehicles, I went down, I cleared them. There were 3 full-size trucks and a big E350 van. And then we continued on. We were going to a spot to meet the original detective, Greg Smith, on a location that he thought was interesting. And we rounded the corner. We saw Greg sitting right there with his family. We were just pulling up. And as we were pulling up, we saw a car flash on the sonar below. So at that point, we started searching for that car. And that car was buried in silt. We now know it had been there 7 years. Actually, I think yesterday was 2 weeks short of 7 years. So I went down first. I had some trouble finding the vehicle. It looked like a dirt mound for a while. And then once finally found a tire, started searching.
But as soon as you get a chance, we need our air cylinders filled. If you could please drive them over there with the police to get them filled, would be amazing. And the fire department with them.
I got Jacob with me. So I was just telling them, we got to the point where I was searching and just, it looked like a mud mound, and there's a lot of muck, not very good visibility. Eventually I finally got onto a tire. So I searched around the back of the car. I was feeling through the bumper trying to find where a license plate would be, but there were so many zebra mussels, I couldn't find anything. At that point, I came up, and me and Jacob had a discussion and made sure Jacob was going to go down and check the car as well, because the size was the right size. We were looking for a Chevy Beretta.
Chevy Beretta, black in color. What was the light? 755 XL.
755 XEL.
XEL.
I'll never forget that number now.
So when he brought it down with no viz, you've literally got to feel with your fingertips, and you see how I got a whole bunch of cuts. That's from zebra mussels. So I felt around the car after I dove down. Thank you. After I dove down, I felt around the car, and I felt the separation from the bumper to the license plate, and I'm like, oh, there it is. And I'm going to tell you, 10 years or less, depending on the alkalinity, or not the alkalinity of the water, the what do you call it?
Turbidity.
No, the material in the water that corrodes.
Based on the pH composition, really.
Yeah, based on that and the rust, license plates after 10 years will just literally yank off. And then when this one didn't come off, I was concerned. I'm like, oh, this is a really small car, and I was able to pry it off. It took me acidity. Yeah, of the water. So when I was able to pull the license plates off, I came up, and we were able to verify that it was the vehicle. So with all the,
I don't want to ruin that moment now, but I can't wait for everybody to see that moment on video. It was heartwarming. Just
there's a lot
natural
of
response.
there's a lot of emotions with just doing this, as you know, finding a family, lost loved one, but it was my first solo find with the sonar, and it got to me. It really did. I struggled a long time to have this, and it really got to me. I was excited to bring the family. It was an honor to bring home Charles. It was definitely, and I'm proud of you for what you did. Like, you dove on like 6 different vehicles before we found that vehicle. You know, if it wasn't for Josh, what was Josh's last name? Josh, are you on here? Josh has got to be on here. I'm gonna wait for Josh. Do you have this on live?
I remember Josh's last name. I didn't touch the
Hammond.
chat.
Josh Hammond. There he is. There's my brother right there. So if it wasn't for him giving the case to AWP and mentioning, hey, we need to search here and here,
his tenacity to follow through
was
and keep
amazing.
going.
No, not Josh Cantu. I love Josh Cantu, but not him. It was Josh Hammond. He also bought us breakfast that morning. That was awesome. And we were able to bring him home. That the tow truck, it struggled up that thing. I mean, that was straight up and down.
It was a vertical brick wall, essentially. The pictures don't do it justice for how vertical it was.
It looks like a rainbow up here. Let me get this. Helen Daly, did you already say all these?
I didn't say any of those yet.
House of Twang, thank you for the donations, guys. SJ's Mix Adventures, hello, SJ. Judy McCullough, thank you so much. And Dan, Down Under Dan Diving. If you guys haven't checked him out, you need to check him out, plus SJ. Anyway, so what we've got today, what we're working on today, thank you so much for the PayPal, Michelle Leonardo. What we have today is the police are here. The license plates, they don't know yet on it, and we're going to actually lift it out, and we're going to pull another car today.
All right. See, this is news to me. This was going on when I started the live, so I just learned this, guy.
Well, he asked me, he said, can you pull it? And I said, I can pull it in less than an hour, hopefully. It is silted in, but I can get to every single tire, plus the car is newer. So it's going to hold together. So we'll put two 3,000-pound lift bags on the back, and then the 15s on the sides. So we definitely are going to be pulling it, and we'll see what goes on from there. Other than that, guys, with bringing Charles home, how are you feeling? It's
surreal. This is obviously my first recovery that I've been involved in. My emotions have run the gambit of everything. You just think about the loss for the family, but then at the same time you think about going 7 years without answers, and at least now you have answers of what happened.
Yes, it was an honor to bring him home, and Greg letting us stay the night at his house for the 2 days. That's awesome.
Not to sound crass by any means, but then excitement for you. You've worked so hard, so to solve the case.
We did. We all did. And with that, the Calcutta Fire Department was amazing. Shane was awesome. He helped us out a lot. Ringo was here.
You guys, if you saw the picture on Jared's page where there were 2 boats there, Ringo showed up with his new boat, and he was tied up next to us, and he was helping us with staging, getting us bottles, getting us bags, doing everything up on the boats to help us to be more efficient.
Huge supporter.
So between Ringo and Shane from Calcutta Fire Department, they were both there doing. We barely had to ask for anything. They were already grabbing it.
They had our airs filled for 2 days. And other than that, guys, so what we've got here is I'm probably going to have to cut this short because there's like 6 or 8 cops around here. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to pull this car out today. Kind of got myself in I don't know what it's involving right now, so I haven't really talked to him. I just know that he asked me if we can do it, so I asked him if they get the fire department to fill the tanks up, and that's what we're going to do.
So apologies when I was talking and not following along with chat. I knew we didn't have a whole lot of time, and we wanted to get we wanted to get the story out of what happened and what occurred over the previous 2 days.
So with, I did say, we brought Charles home, right?
Yes.
We found remains in the vehicle that he was an amputee. So it was verified that he was an amputee. And so I'm going to go with that. It was the vehicle, and that's all we can say about that.
That's what this whole AWP movement is about. That's what everything these searches are about, is helping to provide answers.
I would be the grandson if we ever find Thomas Alfred Long.
Okay.
I'm Thomas Bryan Long. My dad's Thomas.
Sorry for being on the camera. I just didn't want to put family on live stream on this separate case. So, thank you so much to everybody. Yes, Navy vet, thank you for your service. You guys allow us to go out here and search for people. I am shocked and amazed and in awe of the amount of outpouring of love that I've seen over the last couple of months. It is incredible. As far as when can we see a car being pulled out, I'm not sure, Liz. I'm trying to catch up a little bit on chat. I'm not going to go too far. It's really hard to do a live when we're trying to work as well. It's very hard to focus on two things, and then we have to give the camera to somebody else, and it's hard. We're trying to focus on getting the cars out and keeping ourselves safe at the same time. So it's not that we don't want to share with you guys. That's just the logistics of it. It's very difficult to do. We keep ourselves safe and watch out for everything we need to. With that, I think I'm gonna end this short because, like he said, we got a lot of police officers and a lot of family here, and we want to try to get this car out before it gets dark. So I'm gonna have Jacob say goodbye real quick. Say goodbye real quick.
Yeah, so right now he is in Pennsylvania. Guys, so I'm going to have to get going. I do appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to pull this car out and see what we got. So the law enforcement wanted us to pull it out, and we're going to oblige. So y'all have a nice evening. Take care. I love each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for your support and the donations. Till next time, keep diving. It's not worth the stop.
Embrace the chaos.
And I'll see you guys later.
You too.
Yes.